The 3-5 Cincinnati Bengals against their very own Chicago Bears at 4-4. Jim Harbaugh, the quarterback, always a dangerous runner. He has become a much better passer, especially in the clutch. Neil Anderson still keys the running game, but hasn't had many carries this year and has no 100-yard games. Up front, a major personnel shuffle, but Keith Van Horn still going strong at 35, relying on his great technique. And they're back inside their 5. Neil Anderson back into the ball game as Lewis goes out. 4-man rush, Harbaugh from the end zone. Dumps it over the middle. Gentry makes a move to get another 5 yards. Still on his feet up to the 17 where he's pinned from behind, but well shy of the first down. Richard Dent, healthy as he has been in 3 years. The club's all-time sack leader, has gone over 1 in each of the last 3 games. Half a season to go in the brilliant career of Mike Singletary. The future Hall of Famer retires at the end of the season. And Mark Carrier has not been coming up with the big plays that made him a star as a rookie, but he has been to the Pro Bowl each of his last 2 years. On 3rd and a yard. Another great fake and Esiason downfield. Great catch at the 20-yard line. Craig Thompson, the 5th-round draft choice, a 31-yard grab. And Esiason suckered everybody. Fenner. And it's a touchdown, Bengals.
Brad Muster, they can't run him a lot because of his back and his hamstring. So, unfortunately, he's only going to carry the ball 10, 12 times in the game. Big guy like that, you'd hope, could carry it 15, 18, 25 times and wear a defense down.
Four-man rush. Good protection. Harbaugh unloads. Complete first down. Out at the 41-yard line, Tom Waddle makes the catch, and Waddle specializes in those first down catches.
Who else? Who else would you throw to on 3rd down? He's only converted 21 now out of 27. Goes in motion. Very difficult for the defensive back to jam him. Waits for the other guys to clear, then finds a soft spot. Comes back to the ball. Does a nice job of cradling over it. First down.
He leads the Bears in receiving yards. The guy's been cut by this club 4 times and said if he didn't make it this year, he was going to quit. He said he didn't want to hang around. 3rd and 7. Five-man rush. Harbaugh, first down, 40. Got a good block downfield from Dennis Gentry, too, to allow him to pick up another 8 to 10 yards. Ricky Dixon had to make the tackle, but Gentry was downfield occupying his man.
When you bring guys blitzing and the footing isn't real secure, and I have to mention that, something to keep an eye on. Here they come. They bring 7 people up front. People slipping and sliding. They can't get around, but Jim Harbaugh knows where he wants to go. He's looking. Should I go out of bounds? No, these guys aren't very big. Let me go up the field.
Lewis is into the backfield in place of Anderson. And Lewis will get the call on the delay. Burst through a hole, 40, 30, 15-yard line for Darren Lewis, the second-year man out of Texas A&M, a gain of 35.
I'm standing on the field before the game with Mike Dick, and I says, is Darren Lewis going to carry the ball much tonight? He says, we got one formation. We have a formation, and he'll carry it. And I believe we found the formation. And he's the guy that's back there. Excellent job on the draw. But what he does is he sets the blocks up very well. See how he dances? Nice job on the move. Sets up the block again for the wide receiver. Now he realizes he's in the hole. Put your head down and head for the goal line.
This guy's no surprise. He has 13 Southwest Conference rushing records to his credentials in college, and he can run. Anderson back in, gets the toss. Lost his footing, still got 5-6 yards. Skidded forward to the 10. Inside handoff to Lewis. Has blockers in front. Touchdown. Darren Lewis has done so far. 3 carries, 49 yards, and a score.
All this is, look at the look of bewilderment. Like, how can you run a sweep like that? I don't believe it either.
72 yards, 11 plays, and Darren Lewis was the big man in that drive.
And the key play in that drive, it happens to be the touchdown. But watch the block that Tom Waddle gets on Fulcher. Right in front of your screen, number 33. And then Bortz finds a body, Fair finds a body. That's the key on sweeps and screens. Find somebody to hit.
And Richard Dent, fired up by the touchdown, bores in and flattens the ball carrier. And you can just feel Mike Ditka saying that's more like it. Dent gets his 5th sack. The Bears' all-time sack leader now with 108.5 after the sack by Dent. And there are the familiar eyes of Mike Singletary, who will skate into the Hall of Fame.
In his last year. Yeah, what? A Bear without Mike Singletary? Hard to imagine.
Yes, it is. And it will be a sad day when it comes, too. Harold Green, the single setback. Boomer on the roll, and he's sacked again, this time by Armstrong. There's the intensity you asked for.
Well, the Bengals said we want to move him so he doesn't get hit. Boy, now if you're Boomer, you're sitting scratching your head and say, I made a suggestion to the coach to move me to get away from this. Now I get hit out here. Number 93, Trace Armstrong. As well as Boomer moves, he takes on both blockers, and then they both turn him loose, figuring Boomer's going to be further outside. Big Alonzo Spellman clogging up the middle. A pair of arms. Look at those things. Holy mackerel.
So now 3rd and 13, and Harbaugh has to go to the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Harbaugh with time, deep down the middle. Touchdown Bears! Anthony Morgan, 46 yards. Anthony Morgan has caught 3 passes this year, 2 for touchdowns. He's averaged 45 yards a catch. Eric Ball from the 2. And the Bears are pumped now. Douglas again, his 2nd special teams tackle.
Anthony Morgan, you see him isolated on Bennett. Now Bennett has nobody to help him in the middle. Gets his back turned. This is a no contest. If you're the quarterback, you hang that thing up like a punt, and you hope it comes down. Now there's the free safety, Darrell Williams. He's about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. He's up covering a back. They've got a blitz on. No help in center field. There's nobody home for Morgan in the end zone.
Bengals from their own 16. Another good play fake by Esiason. Under pressure, got rid of a pickoff. Singletary. Singletary back to the 26-yard line. The physical skills may be down, but the intensity is still there, and he gives you everything on every play.
You just get excited watching him.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Boomer, he doesn't want to make him happy. There's Mike Singletary. He's not going to buy the fake. He's going to get back in the middle. Reads Boomer, does an excellent job looking around, find the receiver, find the ball. He's not supposed to be there, Boomer's thinking. He's supposed to be up on the line, tackling the running back that doesn't have it. There they are, those famous eyes. Now watch him follow the eyes. Okay, he doesn't have the ball. Where'd he go? Find a receiver. Okay, here's one coming. All right, now I got it. Oh, look out. Let me run into somebody. Get out of my way. I'm running for a touchdown. Well,
and it's not like he's had a lot of practice at it. That's his first interception since 1988.
Mr. Intensity.
Lewis, the single setback on the draw. Stopped this time as he got to the 21-yard line.
You know what's so impressive about Lewis, Mike, is he's doing a little shaking. He gets into the secondary, he does a little quick step, little shaking, but he's moving forward. It's not like I'm standing still shaking. It's like I'm still coming at you. He's a big kid. I mean, you know, he's a 225, 5'10", so he carries a little load when he's going through as well.
He was a little heavier last year and didn't get very much playing time. Lost some weight to get down to 225. He's been very impressive when he's had a chance. Trips right. Harbaugh with time. Waddle made the catch at the 15-yard line. Looks like he has the first down. Swarmed under at that point. First man to hit him, Ricky Dixon.
You know, he reminds me, Tom Waddle, I watched him in practice this week. He reminds me so much of Art Monk. The intensity that he practices at, the sure-handedness, the absolute pride, and when the ball comes to me, I'm going to catch it. Unbelievable.
And he is a fearless receiver over the middle.
And, of course, you can't throw unless you've got protection. Mark Hortz on Tim Crumrye. Troy Arzine doing a nice job keeping a good foundation.
Lewis. It's been effective every time he's touched the ball. Plunges forward to about the 8. Anderson. Diving. He's got to get just inside the 5, and that's where they're going to mark it. This will be very, very close. Now, you want attitude? Here's attitude. 4th and goal, they're going for it. Mark Green, number 31, checks into the backfield for the first time with Mustard. Green, hurdle, touchdown. The Bears just made a big statement.
They really did. And if you really look at these drives, other than the big pass play for the touchdown on 3rd down, it's simply been we're lining up. We're gonna do a few different things. We're gonna sweep a little bit, maybe not necessarily run at you. Here they try and squeeze the center. Green does a nice job of finding a little crease to get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Ball. Douglas again. Maurice Douglas has made 3 sensational solo tackles on kickoff coverage.
Nobody studies harder. Nobody understands what an offense is going to do better than Mike Singletary. As soon as the ball is snapped, the defensive linemen occupy the offensive linemen, give Mike a chance to scrape off. He's been perennially a leading tackler. Big, big play for the Bengals. Don't want to turn the ball back over to the Bears with time for them to put another score up. Maurice Douglas again putting pressure on. He's been a special teams terror. Watch the left side of your screen. Snap aside. Now watch the left side. Here comes Douglas.
Oh.
Almost gets a hand on it.
Harbaugh with time again. Davis at the 30. This time Jones couldn't get to it. Jones saying it wasn't a catch, but it was.
That time Wendell Davis did an excellent job of getting himself between the defender and the ball. I'd expect him to try and move the football. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a running play to get a little bit out from under the shadow of the goalpost.
And it is. Neil Anderson out to the 13-yard line.
Tim Crumrye lined up against Mark Bortz, number 62. This is a classic in the pits, in your face, let's lock up face masks battle.
Boy, nice job by Bortz, too. Anderson on the inside handoff. And Anderson will pick up the first down across the 20-yard line. Ball waiting on the bounce at the 1. And he is stuffed as he got to the 17-yard line. Dante Jones, the heir apparent to Singletary, as this team's middle linebacker got down and made the tackle. Cincinnati probably congratulating itself by saying at least Maurice Douglas didn't make the tackle.
That's right. And how tough a job has Dante Jones had. Backed up Brian Bosworth in college. Backs up Mike Singletary here. But he's making a point. He's making his statement by hitting somebody. Everybody coming over to congratulate him.
Good protection again for Harbaugh. Waddle makes another clutch first down catch. And Harbaugh zinged that one in there.
When are you going to finally... I mean, if I'm scouting the Chicago Bears, sooner or later, I got to look at the statistic that Tom Waddle on third down is where Jim Harbaugh is going to go. Obviously, he's getting some great protection. Troy Azim doing a great job on Alfred Williams. But, I mean, why don't you just cover Waddle, make him throw someplace else? Just for the heck of it once. Make Harbaugh go to somebody else on third down.
Harbaugh again looks for Waddle, finds it. Oh, nice move by Waddle to pick up an extra yard out to the 42-yard line.
You know, Mike, when Jim Harbaugh first came into the league, as any young guy with the gift to be able to run, he wasn't patient in the pocket. He'd stand there a little bit longer. He'd hesitate a little bit, wanting to run before passing. His development into a total package as a quarterback has really been over the last 2 years. Sees the defense, knows what he wants to do with the football, makes some great decisions. Of course, Greg Landry, an excellent tutor.
Third, call it 6. Harbaugh will try to get it himself, and does. Dives to midfield. Covered by the rookie linebacker, Ricardo McDonald out of Pittsburgh. 2 carries, 26 yards tonight for Harbaugh.
Dave Shula pacing the sidelines. See, the thing, though, is he's looking for the receiver. That's the key. He's looking downfield first. Randall Cunningham has suffered because he's not looking downfield. He's looking for lanes to run first. That's the difference in what happened there and what Randall has been struggling through for the last 5 weeks. See, the players, not coaches, do it. It makes it so interesting.
2nd and 7. Esiason on the delay. Green finally running room. And the 3-year man out of South Carolina bolts down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 16. Sean Gale and Mark Terrier, the safeties, combined on the stop. Total yards still dominant. Esiason dumps it to Ball. He's got the first down. Nice move. Ball. 10, 5, touchdown Bengals. Goodbye.
I didn't quite expect him to return it that far. I just figured he'd get a good return.
He got a good return. What an answer to Cincinnati's touchdown drive.
Well, I'll tell you, Darren Lewis has done everything tonight. Coaches preach and preach and preach on kickoff coverage. Hold your lanes, hold your lanes. You're going to see all the Bengals get bunched up right there. Everybody, 9 guys on the Bengal cover team are bunched up in the middle of the field. Lewis found a crease. Now nobody's going to catch him. Watch him come. He sets up the good blocks. Now he's got everybody bunched. Breaks away from one tackle. Does a nice spin job. Everybody slides out. Boy, that's hard to return to. When you come to a stop and have to re-accelerate, great return.
And there's what Mike Ditka thought of the longest kickoff return in Chicago Bear history. Darren Lewis may be the best mistake the Chicago Bears ever made. They thought they were drafting another Lewis. Greg Lewis, he had tested positive for cocaine at the combine, so a lot of scouts said he's not worth the shot anymore. He could have been a first or a second round draft choice. He slipped to 6th. The Bears took him by mistake And now they have a kid who could have a tremendous future. And he really owned up to the cocaine thing. He says, I made a mistake one time. I got caught. It'll never happen again, and I'll go around telling everybody how bad it is. Play action, Esiason. Touchdown. Craig Thompson, the tight end, with a face full of Soldier Field. 3rd and long from the shotgun. Lewis on the delay. Spun around by Fulcher. Otherwise, he gets the first down. Big play by Fulcher. 3rd and 14 for the Bears. Guess who? Waddle.
You know, I am convinced that the Cincinnati Bengals just cannot play zone defense well. They either get hung up on the underneath people too long, or else they don't get them jammed enough.
And Waddle comes up limping.
Tom Waddle, the outside receiver. You see what happens. They just clean it out. It's a zone, but somebody underneath is playing it like a man.
Harbaugh back across the middle, tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Wheeler, the rookie out of Troy State, on a tipped ball. Tonight, 1st and 10 Bengals going for the tying score. Play action, and Esiason is dropped by Dent. What a play!
That's the one. I told you, somebody's got to stand up and take charge. Somebody's going to have to stand up and do it.
Dent said, not this time on the fake.
They have done a great job. Both Dent and Trace Armstrong have not been fooled by the play action. They're very disciplined. Watch Richard Dent on the right of your screen. He's just not going to buy it. Everybody else does except him.
4th and 23. Pickens at 6'2", Stinson at 5'9".
I mean, they're standing there toe-to-toe. He gets a good jump on it, makes a great play on the ball.
Waddle to the 40. And I'll tell you one thing, this is where Harbaugh has become a quarterback you can count on.
And he's got a guy that he can count on, Tom Waddle.
Complete in a first down to the 42, Wendell Davis, who's playing on a bad ankle. Gain of 17, 19 seconds left.
Hit, starts it out to the right a little bit. Going right at the middle, right at our goalpost cam. Winds up short.
And Butler knew it. About 4 yards short. Davis, who broke a 98-yarder earlier. Out to the 29. Excuse me, Darren Lewis, not Davis. Yeah, the 3rd and 9 here.
You got to cover Tom Waddle. Find him wherever he is. Cover him.
Harbaugh with a pump fake, going to try to run for it. Harbaugh with a first down and more.
Oh, did he fake him out? It looked like he was going to slide. You know, he put that old, I'm going down. No, I'm not.
A gain of 15 on 3rd and 9. And you're right, that's the Bears' situation tonight.
Yeah, they got to love 3rd and long. Bengals only rush 4. Offensive line does a good job. Secondary does a good. Now, right here, look. I'm going to slide. No, I'm not. I need the first down. I got it. Now I'll get down.
Boy, he just left Ricardo McDonald, the rookie linebacker, number 56, in his tracks. Bears come on the blitz. Esiason unloads to Holman, the big tight end, to the 25-yard line. Ron Cox had to make the tackle, a gain of 17, and now you are within Jim Breach's range. You saw the numbers on Breach, perfect from this swing. It's over. The Cincinnati Bengals get 21 points in the second half and a breach field goal in overtime and send the Chicago Bears down to defeat at home. The Bengals 31, the Bears 28 in overtime. For Joe Theismann and our entire ESPN crew, this is Mike Patrick. Good night from Soldier Field in Chicago.
Let's pick it up with the second half kickoff. Darren Lewis, this diamond ring shines for him. And guess what? He just, yeah, you know what's coming. He just could go all the way. 98 yards, the Bears in control, 28-14. Last play of the third quarter. Boomer, no, not me, Boomer Esiason. 2-yard touchdown pass to Craig Thompson. The obligatory Soldier Field sod shot, 28-21 Bears. Minute to go, fourth down. Bengals at the Bear 23. They've been working on this play all year. It's not Chris Collinsworth. He can't jump this high. But Carl Pickett's number 80 certainly can. And we're tied at 28. Look at him make the jump for David Shula's Bengals over Lemuel Stinson. In overtime, after Butler missed an over 50-yarder at the end of the game in regulation, Jim steps into the breach. 12 years ago, we beat the Bears with a field goal. This 35-yarder, and the Bengals beat the Bears 31-28. Second overtime winner that Breach has had this year. Remember, he beat the Raiders earlier. That's way back in September. Of course, Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann called the game for us. And